I play the games, yeah. I don't mess around, straight to the point. No need to expound, I'm just Jim.
Everybody and welcome to the video. Right, this is the best games of all time, best space games of all time. This is going to be narrated by AI. So I'm going to introduce you to the AI and the AI is going to take it from here. Cool, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Jim. I will try my best to narrate this video for everyone. If you only have room in your life for one online FPS, make it Destiny 2. It's got it all: challenging PvP modes, big co-op boss fights, long story arcs, and, most importantly, tons of loot to collect on alien planets. When it comes to the actual shooting, Destiny 2 remains one of the best FPS games out there. Guns feel weighty but not cumbersome, and headshots reward you with showers of special effects. We'd advise playing with a group, especially for the toughest raids, but it's still a fun time if you're solo. Best of all, the base game is free to play, and you could easily dump 100 hours into it before being tempted to spend any cash on expansions. Elite Dangerous feels a bit like Space, the game. It hands you a ship, boots up the engine and asks you to make your living however you like in a galaxy full of other players, be that via trading, smuggling, mining, exploring or dogfighting. It's not a full-on flying sim, but it really sells the fantasy of space travel. Your cockpit is alive with blinking lights that let you adjust the balance of power to your ship's systems, and the sheer scale of the world means flying between two planets can take ages, even with a hyperspace jump. Sit back and enjoy the gorgeous views. Faster Than Light is one of the best indie games ever made, still has plenty of fuel in the tank. As the captain of a top-down ship, your goal is to reach friendly territory by jumping between randomly generated segments of space, each full of nasty enemies, traders, and the odd friendly face. Combat somehow feels both urgent and thoughtful. You can pause at any time to assess your options, and yet we're always in a constant panic, rerouting precious power from our weapons to our shields to absorb damage, or even purposefully bombing our own ship to neutralize boarding parties. Every decision is tortuous, and every victory has a cost. Over a decade later, an FTL is still one of the best roguelike games on the market. Half Toybox, half science project, Kerbal Space Program is the most fun you can have while learning about space. On the surface, it's a game about building ridiculous rockets and launching tiny green men into space, and then watching the whole thing literally fall apart before your eyes while you giggle. But the more you play, the more you want to understand it. Before long, you're agonizing over the correct entry angle for a moon landing, or the right configuration of engines to achieve maximum thrust. The proper rules of physics apply, and the most satisfying achievements require careful planning and attention to detail. It's a sandbox, but you'll always have a goal to aim for. The cutesy presentation Outer Wilds belies just how clever this game is. As a first-time astronaut, you explore a miniaturized galaxy over the course of 22 minutes, zooming between planets in your ship and picking at story threads. When the clock runs out, you respawn and do it all over again, this time armed with everything you learned in your previous life. A truly dynamic and unique experience, The Outer Wilds is one of the most imaginative and creative space games out there. Starfield allows you step into an expansive universe and explore any one of its many planets as you join up as a member of the constellation. If you've ever wanted to bring your own ship to life that you can pilot among the stars, there's all kinds of parts and options to do just that. The ambitious RPG puts you behind the pilot seat of your very own spacecraft, with an extensive level of freedom when it comes to Starfield ship customization. There's plenty to discover as you venture through the cosmos, with companions who can join your crew and help you fight against any enemies that might cross your path. With a variety of Starfield traits and backgrounds to choose from, Bethesda's latest RPG is also home to different skills that can enhance spaceflight and exploration planet-side. Stellaris is a deep, gripping strategy game about building up a spacefaring empire and squashing any foe in sight. Or, if you prefer, It's about establishing a race of friendly technocrat turtles that help other species expand. That's the beauty of it. You set your own goals, assign your own traits to your species, and play it however you like. It has all the exploration of a traditional strategy sim, but your relationships with other factions take on more weight than usual. You'll steer your civilization through war and peace, watch alliances form and betray each other, and band together with foes to fight extra-dimensional invaders. Dive in, and prepare to lose all track of time. Mass Effect is among the best RPGs, the space RPG by which we measure all others. The original trilogy, and particularly the second game, remain masterpieces. And thanks to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, it's even easier to relive the excellent series all over again. The overall plot of the series, Space Hero tries to unite and save the galaxy against a deadly force, sounds generic, but doesn't feel it moment to moment. That's largely down to the crew you assemble, each with distinct personalities, goals, and senses of humor. As they gradually open up, you'll look forward to every trip back to the Normandy between missions, just so you can see what they have to say next. EVE Online is bigger and better than ever before, as the community continues to expand their horizons. In EVE Online, everything is player-directed, from the structure of entire alliances to the whole in-game economy with so many different factors at play, thousands of players online at any one time, each with their own goals. You find that cool stuff just constantly happens, from the collapse of superpowers to huge PvP fights with thousands of ships spewing lasers across the sky. EVE Online remains among the best MMORPGs to play in 2023. No Man's Sky has so much to offer when it comes to space exploration. With a wealth of big updates recently added to make the experience even more in-depth, Hello Games presents you with infinite galaxies to discover, as well as more than 30 hours of story. The massive and ambitious Beyond update brought with it even more features and improvements, and along with the Origins, Prisms, Expeditions, and Echoes updates, there's never been a better time to jump right in. If you don't feel like exploring on your own, you can also play the spacefaring adventure with your pals. The No Man's Sky multiplayer aspect offers you the chance to build up colonies together, try to survive the expanses of the galaxies, and even dogfight and race in your ships. The ever-growing community of players that continues to go from strength to strength just goes to show how much love there is for No Man's Sky, and it really has become of the best sim games for space-curious players around.
There you go, folks. They are the best space games of all time. These are voted by the players of the games, right? And they are some good classics. Leave your favourite space game in the comments. That's what I'd like you to do. And thanks AI for their help. And I'll see you in the next. Tatty bye.
The gamer with no filter, keeping it real. No sugar-coated glitters. I see the flaws, yeah, I call them out. Giving feedback, no need to shout. I don't hold